I am so stoked about these. Some foreground action going in there. I don't even know if that's gonna look good. How do you like my yellow couch? I really enjoy it. Today we are doing another editing video. I know that you guys really enjoy these videos and you enjoy watch me edit my photos, but today I'm not gonna edit my photos. I'm going to edit the photos that you guys send in. I asked you guys on my Instagram to send in your favorite raw files from your travels around the world or around your hometown. So yeah, let's look at some photos and let's go edit. First photo that we're looking at today is a photo sent in by Amari at Amari B Photography. And when I saw this photo, I knew straight away that I want to edit it. It's probably one of my dream shots to just capture wildlife in general. So yeah, let's look at the edit. So I did a little bit of base correction right there. Then I added a tone curve to get more contrast and get that faded look. I then did some more color correction. I also then added a gradient filter to remove the distractions of the structure on the tree. And then I cropped in a little bit more. I did struggle with the greens at the bottom, but I decided to correct them and then even mute them a little bit. I then also added some split toning right there and another gradient filter. And I also added 2 radial filters to make the subject pop a little bit more. I turned down the temperature a little bit more. And then obviously added some grain. And yeah, there you go. Thank you, Amari, so much for sending in this beautiful photo. I honestly wish I took this photo, but wow, such an amazing capture. Next up is a shot from Talita at Talita Neville on Instagram. And by the way, that's such a nice name. I never heard that. But the reason I picked this photo is because obviously of the yellow jacket, but also because I wanted to show you how I edit greens, because I feel like a lot of people struggle with editing greens. So I'm going to show you what I did on this photo. So first I cropped it a little bit. Then I did some color corrections on the green, added some luminance right there. I added a tone curve to get that faded look and add a little bit more contrast. I then added a gradient filter on top and then also one at the bottom. And then I felt like I was cropping it a little bit more. There also was this distracting leaf and you could probably remove it in Photoshop, but I decided to do it in Lightroom. And what I did is take a brush and paint it in a light green color, but then also saturate that brush to just remove that distraction. I also removed that little yellow sign right there. I added a radiant filter to make the jacket pop a little bit and some minor adjustments here and there. And yeah, that is the finished edit. I really love how this turned out. I love editing greens and these lush greens. So thank you, Talita, for sending in this beautiful photo. I had a lot of fun editing it. Next up is a shot that Patrick sent in. It's this one right here. And I know exactly where this is. I also shot a similar photo there. And some of you may recognize the mountain. It is in Lofoten in Rhene. So I first cropped it. I added some blues in the shadows. whenever there is one color that is very dominant in a photo, it's great to just mess around with it with the luminance and get really creative. So yeah, I'm just playing with the blues. I think there was a little bit of purple that I also tweaked, and adding some grain, of course. And yeah, that's the finished photo. I absolutely love this. Thank you so much, Patrick, for sending in this photo. What a great shot. The last shot that I'm going to edit is this photo here from Maddie at Maddie Snaps. And the reason I chose this photo is because I wanted to challenge myself to edit a portrait, because I don't usually edit that many portraits unless it's like a photo of me. So it was a lot of fun to mess around with this one. So thank you, Maddie, for sending in this one. And it was quite a challenge, because the thing with portraits is that you have to get the skin tones right. And no matter how good your edit is, if your skin tones are off, it's just not gonna look good. So with portraits, it's always better to keep a more natural look. So I kind of went for a more subtle tone curve there. And try to not mess up the skin tones. And yeah, I also added a bunch of gradient filters to add some depth to the photo. I decided to go for more blue in the shadows and just overall make the image a lot cooler, as I like the moody blue edits. And I cropped it 4:5. And then I tweaked the temperature even more. Yeah, I really liked how it turned out. So thank you so much, Maddie, for sending in this photo. Again, thank you so much to everybody who sent in the photos. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys learned something out of it. That was me editing your photos. I had a lot of fun filming this video. And if you want to see more videos like this, please let me know in the comments below. How is that? How is that as a framing? And I see you next week. Bye. That will be really cool, I'm sure.